Okay, greeting tutor and partner. My name is Brayan Ortiz, student the English of UNAT. Brayan Ortiz and the Monkey. Once upon a time there was a brave boy called Brayan Ortiz. He was on the way to see his friend Robin Suarez when he decided to take a shortcut through Guatapuri forest. It wasn't long before Brian got lost. He looked around, but all the he could see were trees. Nervously, he fell into his bag for his favorite toy, Mr. Goody, but Mr. Goody was nowhere to be found. Brian began to panic. He felt sure he had packed Mr. Goody. To make matters worse, he was starting to feel hungry. Unexpectedly, he saw a mocking monkey dressed in a red shirt disappearing into the trees. How odd, thought Brian. For the want of anything better to do, he decided to follow the peculiarly dressed monkey. Perhaps it could tell him the way out of the forest. Eventually, Brian reached a clearing. In the clearing were two houses, one made from lettuce and one made from soda. Brian could feel his tummy rumbling. Looking at the toes did nothing to ease his hunger. Hello, he called. Is anybody there? Nobody replied. Brian looked at the roof on the closet house and wondered if it would be rude to eat somebody else. Chimney. Obviously, it would be impolite to eat a wally house, but perhaps it would be considered acceptable to nibble the odd fixture or lick the old fitting in a time of need. A cockling broke through the air, giving Brian a freak. A witch jumped into the space in front of the house. She was carrying a cage. In that cage was Mr. Goody. Mr. Goody shot Brian. He turned to the witch. That is my toy. The witch just shrugged. Give Mr. Goody back, cried Brian. Not on your Nelly, sighed the witch. At last let Mr. Goody out of the cage. Before she could reply, the mocking monkey in the red shirt rushed in from a footpath on the other side of the clearing. Hello, big monkey, sighed the witch. Good morning. The monkey noticed Mr. Goody. Who is this? That is Mr. Goody, explained the witch. Oh, Mr. Goody will look lovely in my house. Give it to me, demanded the monkey. The witch shook his head. Mr. Goody is staying with me. Excuse me, Brian interrupted. Mr. Goody lives with me, and not in a cage. Big Monkey ignored Jim. Is there nothing you'll trade? He asked the witch. The witch thought of a moment, then said, I do like to be entertained. I realized Jim to and body. Who can eat a wall from door? Big Monkey looked at the house made from soda and said, No problem, I call it a trade house made from soda if I want to. There's nothing to show off, sighed the witch. Just eat one from Dury, and I let you have Mr. Goody. Brian watched, feeling very worried. He didn't want the witch to give Mr. Goody to Big Monkey. He didn't think Mr. Goody would like living with a monkey away from his house and all his other toys. Big Monkey put on his bib and withdraw a knife from his pocket. I'll eat this whole house, said Big Monkey. Just you watch. Big Monkey pulled off a corner of the front door of the house made from soda. He gulped it down smiling and went back for more and more and more. Eventually, Big Monkey started to get bigger, just a little bit bigger at first. But after a few more full of soda, he grew to the size of the large snowball, and he was very big around. I don't feel too good, Big Monkey. Suddenly, he started to roll. He then groaned so around to be called no longer balance. Help! He cried as he rolled off down a slope in the forest. Big Monkey never finished eating the front door made from soda, and Mr. Goody remained trapped in the witch cage. That is, said the witch. I win. I get to keep Mr. Goody. Not so fast, said Brian. That is still one front door to go. The front door of the house made from lettuce, and I haven't had a turn yet. I don't have to give you a tour, lauded the witch. My game may rolls. The woodcutter voice carried toward the forest. I think some could give him chance. It's only fair. Fine, said the witch, but you saw what happened to the monkey. He won't last long. I'll be right back, said Brian. What? Said the witch. Where's your sense of impatience? I thought you wanted Mr. Goody back. Brian ignored the witch and gathered a heavy pile of stick. He came back to the clearing and started a small campfire. Carefully, he broke off a piece of the door of the house mat from lettuce and tossed it over the fire. Once he cooked it and cooled it just a little, he took bite. I quickly devoured the whole piece. Brian sat down on the nervy log. You failed, cackled the witch. You were supposed to eat the whole door. I have finished, explained Brian. I am just waiting for my good to go down. When Brian thought had the guts, he broke off a piece of the door made from lettuce. Once more, he toasted his foot over the fire and waited for it to cool just a little. He ate it at the leisurely pace, then waited for it to digest. Eventually, after several things, Brian got to the final piece of the door made from lettuce carefully. He toasted it and allowed it to cool just a little. He finished the final course. Brian had eaten the entry front door of the house made from lettuce. The witch stamped her foot angrily. You must have triggered me, she said. I don't reward chatting. I don't think so, said a voice. It was not Cutter. He walked back into the clearing, carrying his axe. This little boy, gunfire and scar. Now hand over Mr. Goody, or I will chop your bramstein in half. The witch looked horrified. She grabbed her broomstick and placed it between her. Then, huffing, She opened the door of the cage. Brayan hurried over and grabbed Mr. Goody, checking that his favorite toy was alright. Fortunately, Mr. Goody was unharmed. Brayan took to Woodcutter, grabbed a quick souvenir, and hurried on to meet Robin. It was starting to get dark. When Brayan got to Robin's house, his friend there his arms around Jim. Is what so worried? Cried Robin. You are very late. As Brayan described his day, he could tell that Robin didn't believe Jim, so he grabbed a knife from his pocket. What's that? asked Robin. Brayan unwarped a doorknob made from soda. Put in, he sighed. Robin almost fell over Jim's chair. The end. Okay, tutor and classmates, thank you very much. Goodbye.